Thank you, Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, son of man, Minister for Foreign Affairs. You were not here when we showed the video. Would you like to watch the video again to identify whether you were here on that fateful day?
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I was here and I recall exactly what happened.
So can you tell this
like
committee?
To proceed without the video.
Thank you. Can you tell this committee what really happened on the 30th of January when you were supposed to be vetted?
Thank you very much, Chairman. Chairman, before narrating what I witnessed on that day, I would like to read to you two letters I received from the Appointments Committee inviting me to appear before the Appointments Committee. I believe this will establish the basis for me attending upon the committee on that day. My entry into the Appointments Committee room has generated some controversy. I have heard the minority leader and some members of the MPP suggest that I was smuggled in and that I and my guests, including my wife, had no business showing up on that day. Indeed, when I appeared before the Appointments Committee to be vetted, I raised the issue, and the chairman of the committee and the minority leader apologized to me for that press conference and that unfortunate narrative they had put out there, suggesting that I was trying to force myself onto the committee when I had not been invited. So I think that it is absolutely essential that I read these invitation letters, and then I'm willing to also make copies available to your committee so that you can have that in your report.
Go ahead and then make copies available to our clerk.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. So, Mr. Chairman, this invitation letter is dated the 22nd of January 2025, addressed to the Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, Member of Parliament, Parliament House, Accra, and it reads, Dear Sir, invitation to attend upon the Appointments Committee. The Appointments Committee wishes to extend its warmest congratulations to you on your nomination as Minister Designate for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Pursuant to Standing Order 217, I am directed by the Chairman of the Committee to kindly invite you to attend upon the Appointments Committee on the 30th of January 2025 at 12:30 at Committee Rooms 1 and 2 of the Administration Block, Parliament House, Accra. You are kindly requested to submit copies of your curriculum vitae with your signature on each page and tax clearance certificate from the Ghana Revenue Authority to the Secretariat of the Appointments Committee on the second floor, job 600. And it goes on because of time to give the email address of Parliament and all of that. So I just want to, because of time, go quickly to the last two paragraphs. You are further requested to provide the names of 10 guests who will be present to witness your vetting. You may contact the Secretariat of the Committee on 0244. Two numbers are provided because these are open hearings. I don't have the permission of these phone owners to put out their numbers. And then it says that contact these numbers for further clarification. Yours faithfully. And this invitation letter is signed by Mrs. Gifty Jiage Goba, the clerk to the Appointments Committee. Mr. Chairman and respected members of the committee, attached to this invitation letter is this other correspondence I received, which has the heading, 9th Parliament of the Republic of Ghana, coverage of proceedings of the Appointments Committee, schedule for vetting of nominees, Thursday, 30th January 2025, and the names are provided as follows. Nominees: Abdul Rashid Hassan Pelpo, MP, Minister Designate, Ministry of Labor, Jobs and Employment. 8 a.m. is the time provided. Then Honorable Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed, Minister Designate, Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology. 9 a.m. Samuel Nate George is the third name here. MP, Minister Designate, Ministry of Communications, Digital Technology and Innovations. 10 a.m. The Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, Minister Designate, Ministry of Sports and Recreation. 11 a.m. Then there is lunch break at 12 noon. Then I was to come immediately after the lunch break. It's here. Fifth nominee, Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, Minister Designate, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, 12:30. So they were anticipating that they'll have a 30-minute lunch, and then I will be vetted at 12:30. There are 3 other names after me, if you don't mind. The Honorable Joseph Bukari Nikbe, MP, Minister Designate, Ministry of Transport, 1:30 p.m. The Honorable Isifu Seidu, MP, Minister of State, Climate Change and Sustainability, 2:30 p.m. And the final name for that day, the 30th of January, is Mrs. Charity Gardiner, Minister Designate, Ahafu Region, 3:30 p.m. So this was attached. 8 nominees were supposed to appear on that day. So I want to state for the record that I was not smuggled in. I was asked to be present here with my guests for a session at 12:30 p.m. to be vetted. And we waited and waited and waited until I was prompted at about in Tepa for more than 12 years now. And so I have very strong, alliances with the good people of Tepa in the Ashanti region. They gladly joined me here, my dear wife, and the members of Oral, the Oral team I'm very proud of. I'm told that the reason why I'm coming under a lot of attacks and tribulation is because of Oral, but I remain proud of the work we are doing at Oral. So the Oral team members were here to support me. So that's really the delegation I composed. And I received prompting from the chief whip that we could now come in at about 8 p.m. So we were expecting that we will be vetted that evening, and that our chiefs and these eminent guests will be apologized to, that you asked us to come at 12:30, is 8 p.m. But to our surprise, we entered the room and we faced hostilities. When particularly our colleagues on the minority side saw me entering with my delegation, they got very furious. What am I doing here? And they said they were not going to vet me. I was really taken aback. I was surprised that, I have your own invitation letter and you are saying that I'm not supposed to be coming in. Meanwhile, it's members of the committee, because we wait in a holding area, and then the chief whip came to beckon that we can now come to be vetted. So when I came in, the Honorable Akando was just about to take his turn. He was about to be sworn in, and I was ushered on the 3rd seat here on my left to wait my turn, so that after Honorable Akando, I will be vetted. And then the whole hostilities began, and the degeneration into violence, what clearly was despicable. We were traumatized, and I was really embarrassed as a member of parliament, because I recall Paramount in. I mean, it was like adding, insult to injury. And to be very honest with you, Chairman, it's been a very, very difficult period. And it's as though somebody, and what the impression they tried to create out there was as though there was a certain conspiracy with our members from the majority side. We didn't want to be thoroughly vetted, so we just wanted to be smuggled in so that we can just have an easy pass. But, this is not the first time I've been invited for vetting. It will be probably my third vetting. I've been vetted as Deputy Minister for Information, Deputy Minister for Education. This is my third, vetting. I do not, fear vetting. I had nothing to worry about, nothing to fear, because I believe that I've always discharged myself in public office with integrity and honor, and there was really nothing to fear. So why would I conspire with majority colleagues to, just be smuggled in at night and just have an easy pass?